right. How many iced coffees did you actually have today?
It's possible that I had three, two, one. It's the Shant and Ari podcast, you guys. Episode number 33. Shant, what a fucking week. How you doing, big guy?
Doing good, man. We got to come up with like a standard way to start this show, man. I listen to other shows; they have a fucking standard every time. Us, we don't know like what the hell we're doing, but I mean, whatever, right?
I think the confusion is our thing. Like people are like the awkward intro and like,
When is it going to start?
yeah, what cheesy fucking bullshit is it gonna hit me with this time?
Yeah,
Bro, huh?
yeah, I mean, interesting week. Depending when you guys are listening to this, this is still we're in the midst of coronavirus. Not to make jokes about it, but we're in the midst of it, and I want to talk to you because it seems like you guys have been hit harder as far as like what's going on with the restaurant, because that's what I seem to be seeing what's being hit, because I haven't talked to you all week, and I do want to tell you I haven't told you yet since we haven't talked really. Something different's happened to me. I didn't even touch on it. It's kind of end of the month. I didn't even tell you, but we'll touch on that later. I want to know what's going on in Boston, fear levels, and what's going on with the restaurant, bro.
Bro, so you know I have a lot of friends in small business and like
Yeah.
restaurants. Shop, bro. I had a really, really good acquaintance of mine. He owns a chain of restaurants in Boston. Really successful guy. And he
Like high
started,
end?
no, he's like ultra fast food. I'm talking like
Okay.
ultra fast food, food trucks, and a few stores. I'm not going to name names, man, but bro, this guy came into the store and I had not seen anything. I had not seen anybody's face this fucking pale and worry in somebody's eyes as much as this guy, man. So,
Why? I thought fast food is like thriving right now.
so in Boston right now, the rule is that you cannot eat inside. It has to be all to go. There can't be any
Thank God.
lines, right? Like Starbucks just shut down.
Oh, is
Yeah.
that why you had 3 iced coffees today?
Yeah, because it was Dunkin's. It was doing nothing to me. It was like water.
Okay.
So, so long story short, Monday was something that I had never ever seen, even on our slowest days. I think maybe I saw like two customers on Monday, bro. Like my dad was to some degree weighing out whether or not like he was going to be even open at the end of the week. And we thought that this was setting the tone for the rest of the week. Like clearly, right? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
new rule comes out. This is it. Like,
Yeah,
what are
it's
you
up
gonna
to you.
do,
Yeah.
bro? I don't know what the fuck happened, but that Monday night passed. That Monday passed or whatever. We went into work on Tuesday. From Tuesday until Saturday night, bro, we've been busy, man.
Thank God.
And the thing that I really wanted to touch on is how much of that support I have to give back, how much of that like I have a lot to thank is the repeat and loyal customer base. So to a certain degree, like they realize small businesses are getting hit very very hard. So a lot of these guys, as soon as they're seeing it, support your local small business, yada yada yada. A lot of them. I'm sure you have the same thing in your head, Sean. If you could think of a small business immediately, you probably have like one place that like you'll
Yeah, yeah.
always.
We actually Friday night talking about it because it's Sunday right now. We wanted shawarma, right? There's this place like 10 minutes away. It's fucking really good, man. Like when you come out, man, I'll take it. It's really good. Not to like say yours
Are
isn't,
they
but
nice to you?
they're always busy, bro. But they're super nice.
Yeah.
They are nice.
Do you know the
And
owners?
no, no, they're just. I see the guy. I think it's the guy. He's just like go running around, bro. And
Mhm.
like I went and I was like, oh, they're gonna be dead, man. Like there was they were fucking busy, bro. Like they were pumping. You know, like they wouldn't let anyone sit inside. Obviously, like a line was like being outside, like one at a time go in. But
Yeah.
like they had their to go bags, like like a full table just ready of people picking up. So it's good to see that, you know, because not all the small businesses are doing good right now, man. Like my buddy in Florida, you know him. I don't know, he's Armenian, but he has a shoe polish, shoe cleaning
Hmm.
store. He had to shut it down for a couple weeks because, I mean, no one right now is, you know. So it's tough. But a lot of restaurants, like I know these two girls out here, they have to shut down. They shut down, like closed. Like they're
Yeah.
not going to be started. Like they just lost too much money or whatever, and
Wow.
they just can't keep it going.
Fuck.
So you're tell me about how it's with the employees, how this, because this is all new, right? Like we've never had a pandemic of fucking, like we have to be away from everyone, right? Like I can't, like thank God ours is away because like we can't be next to somebody. So like, how is it with the workers? Have you had to tell people not to come in? Because so Betty's job, she's a manager or supervisor or whatever she is. She's had to. They're all working from home, but she's had to tell her and like three or four of her people under her that they're cutting 50% of their hours and their pay for the next month. And it's like she was like, dude, like she felt like shit, like telling this to these people, you know, like.
Yeah,
So have you
yeah.
had to experience that?
So we had a very, very unique situation. Um, we didn't do anything. We uh we didn't do anything, but we have another person that comes in and does deliveries during the week.
Are they
And
been busy? Delivery's been busy.
yeah, but I've been hopping in the
Delivery.
car and do because I'm like I just real quick.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So we have this one chick. She comes in and does deliveries and uh texts us on Monday and like sends us like pictures of the car. It was all fucked up. Like somebody had like
Mhm.
vandalized their car. So she hasn't been in the past week during this whole like
Okay.
what the fuck is happening.
Yeah, yeah. Just say fucking I don't feel comfortable. Like I'm sure you'd be okay with that.
At this point, I don't know. I'm kind of unsure because I kind of like I really didn't mind if she came in on like Wednesday and like Thursday and Friday and
I'm
Saturday.
sure. But you can't be you wouldn't be able to be like, "Oh, you're not coming in, you're fired." You know, like you
No.
have to be I would hope fucking sympathetic to like some people not wanting to work right now.
Yeah, it was such a strange dynamic, but listen, there's still very much a chance that they might just shut down
Yeah.
everything
Yeah, yeah.
soon. But say for the time being, say for the case that it's every man fends for himself, how it
Mhm.
is sort of right now. Like they're not quote unquote shutting us down, but they're setting restrictions that could, in essence, shut you down. I wanna I wanna recession proof this business.
Yeah, and I want you to I want to ask first if you have any ideas of like what that is, how to do it. But first of all, like did you do anything different from Monday to Tuesday where like your past, you know, your strong clientele started coming in, or was it just like they just did it on their own? And are you guys thinking ahead? Like, what is the plan if they shut it? Like, have you guys thought about steps? Like, you and your dad, like, what's gonna happen?
So my dad is very reactive. I hope that answers your question. I remember
Okay.
I told you last week about the Monday morning meeting that we were supposed to have on Monday. And
Mhm.
when I was in bed, right after this phone call, I got into bed and I'm sort of brainstorming what I'm going to be talking to my dad about. And immediately when I got into the store, he goes, "Any ideas like what we can do?" And I remember I was telling you on this last call, we have this email list going,
Mhm.
and I'm sure you've heard of Nextdoor,
Yeah.
right? So I came up with a very very good subject line and a an offer to send all of our clients on the email list, their customers on the email
How
list.
many? Roughly, how many people?
I think there's about like 1,400 or
Okay.
1,600 emails, addresses.
Yeah, yeah.
So he sends it out to them with the subject line, can we make your quarantine easier? Question mark. And in the body was an offer. It was like, we'll give you a family style, everything condensed into containers, and take 10% off the meal. Encouraging, you got to order for the family. Let's make it like a dinner style thing.
You don't have that. Like,
We don't. It's all individual plates.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Right.
this is like you're switching it up.
Exactly. Set it out on the dinner table and just like grab do your thing. But whatever. So a lot of people the next day, following day, hey, can we get family style? Hey, can we get family style? Hey, my dad's like, what do you think did the actual trick? Was it the offer or was it the subject line?
Subject line.
Yeah, because I didn't do the offer. He did the offer,
Yeah.
and he's done this shit before. The offers, but the subject line was the idea behind it is, can we make it easier? Like, can we fucking take out some of the stress, right?
So it's fucking great, man. Because I want to repeat this, or I want you to repeat it because it's going to have to probably be an Instagram story. Monday, 2 customers, 3 customers, right? That's what you said.
Like disgusting. Nothing. I could hear my heart beating.
Okay. So you're on the verge of probably closing up. You've probably discussed it, but you and your dad Monday morning had a meeting, and you said, let's send an email to, because this might be useful for anybody listening to do in their own business, an email to all of their clients, past people who've come in because they've registered through whatever system you have. What was it?
Square.
Square. And you emailed everyone saying, can we make your quarantine easier?
Right.
Did you caps lock easier?
No.
Man, that would have been,
I just put a question mark after
you would have converted more if you did easier. But
with
all right.
cats. I don't know. You know what? Maybe I'll put that idea for the next one. I'll try that out for the next one. So what my dad did was he took out an ad on next door. You got any phlegm behind that cough?
I covered myself because I can't cough on you.
That's right. That's right. So he took an ad out on next door, and he was converting from there too. He was getting website clicks from there too, and
that's fucking great, bro.
yeah. So let me hop into where this is gonna connect. This is gonna really hit home for everybody. The idea behind what just took place wasn't so much just the email. I think that the email itself hits a fuse in those repeat customers' minds.
Reminder.
It almost makes them feel your presence in their life. Like, guys, like, fucking help me out here. You guys are working from home. You guys are making money. We're getting fucked over here. So the idea behind it is not waiting until a pandemic to start kissing asses. I think the idea is to really start kissing asses. Or when I say kissing asses, I don't mean literally fucking making it the fakest, most constructed relationship ever.
Just care about them.
Shanto, yes. I'm talking about treating them to such like a appreciative level from the start, because what's going to eventually happen is that those people are going to be carrying you through the pandemic. I have a competitor. I have multiple competitors. I have that guy. And none of these places you see the owners come out, or if you do, they're never happy.
Yeah, yeah. That's why you asked me about this shawarma place, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
So the idea behind it is no matter what business you're actually in, is to create that sort of relationship or memory in your customers' minds that as soon as they hear from you during an emergency, their number one priority is to prioritize
To help you.
to help you before anybody else. Domino's is doing fucking 50% off right now, bro. 50% off.
So that's fucking great. So this is not like Monday was like, okay, this is what we're gonna do to make it or make through this, just to like head above water. This has been years of planning, basically. Not planning like you're setting it up. It's, but it doesn't start when an emergency happens. Now it's like, oh, I need everyone. It's like you've been nothing but. It's like the book Gary Vaynerchuk. I should probably have it here somewhere. Jab, 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 right hook. You've been jabbing them, like just giving them stuff, like always being there for them, always being there for them. But then one time you need them, you're asking, dude, I fucking need you guys, and they're gonna have to do it.
And the idea was to not do it out of desperation, but do it out of, hey, let me help
for
you
them.
too.
Yeah.
Can I make it easier for you guys? Like, hey guys, I'm still here and I want to still help you too. I'm
'Cause
not desperate.
It is fucking useful, bro. Because like I'm trying to run around to the grocery stores, I can't find shit. So it's like if I could have a trusted, place that I go to all the time, have my stuff ready, like
Love it.
that's why I went to the shawarma place Friday. It's like we had nothing to cook. We were supposed to make burgers. We were going to grill burgers at home. We went to the grocery store. There's no meat. So it's like, let's call our place. Let's fucking go.
So I wanna talk about you, bro. You were telling me because I have not been talking to you about what's happening with me this past week because I was I didn't know what was happening to me this week. I didn't know how anything was gonna play out. So
Yeah, but like end of the day, you could still get shut down, and it could this whole week, just.
and that's another Monday morning meeting for me and my dad.
So before we hop back to me, what are you trying to do for recession proof for your like? Have you thought of anything? Like what's percolating in your mind about that?
So I think the idea behind recession proofing is to make sure that for whatever reason, I think that for whatever reason, if there was any problems in the foundation, those problems have to be addressed first. As in, are there multiple complaints about customer service? Are your delivery times constantly long? What is possibly the most complained about thing in reviews, phone calls, or feedback? Is food getting burnt? Something. Just find the cracks in the foundation, and you'll be able to hold your hand out a little bit better because you addressed whatever it was that they asked you at the time when they were holding their hand out to try and help you. So it's a two-way road. You can't be that guy that fucking yeah, whatever you say, buddy, whatever you say, and then expect them to try and help you first. So we've got some problems of our own. Like, listen, sometimes our deliveries are late. Sometimes a piece of kebab gets burnt. Like, it just happens.
Yeah, especially my dad's cooking. It just fucking guy burns everything. But
so it does happen. It does. But right now, I guess it really reminds you that during these times, during the bad times, it gives you a lot of time to figure out exactly what would be the reason why somebody wouldn't want to return under normal circumstances,
let alone
pandemic circumstances. And when money is tight, usually a good offer will overcome like the financial worry when they're making that decision of who to pick to eat, who to order from. So,
well, if you're struggling with on-time deliveries, if ever shit hit the fan, bro, and I had to move to Boston and I was just going to be homeless and you needed a delivery guy, bro. When I used to deliver pizza, bro, I was the fucking best kid. Like, I'm not just saying that, bro. I was fucking like,
Beating records.
bro, like just crushing it, like crushing.
You had a
So,
siren too.
and at that time, we didn't have GPS. It was the maps. I had to pull up the map, fucking like to find the street. I was fucking. I'd be driving and look.
A16.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, if that ever, or if you need someone to train your drivers, let me know, man.
I got you, man. I'll give you a GPS too. You'll be all set this time. Got a TomTom.
Yeah.
What is this fucking 2011? So
Oh man.
tell me what's happening with you. What transitions are taking place? What do you
Yeah. Pretty big transition.
hit us all with the info, bro?
So pretty big transition. I'll try to make it quick as far as what the transition is and kind of explain it. So I remember when I was there in January, we kind of talked about, kind of just brushed the idea out, and we haven't talked about it since. I was like, hey, I've been thinking about, potentially maybe going into new home sales where like I'd work for a builder. So I'd work for a company to sell their product. And it goes against obviously this podcast because this is a business podcast, and kind of like how we kind of like have our mindset. So, because in real estate, just to kind of give people, there's like kind of three different types of real estate overview, right? One is residential resale, where you could sell all the homes available, right? There is commercial real estate, where you sell commercial, you leases, commercial buildings, right? Because you got to be kind of like, that's separate, bro. And then there's still a lot of other real estate shit, but I'm just giving you top three. And then there's new home sales, where you kind of work for a builder, a company, and you sell their homes, okay? Which goes against everything in my fiber of being at one location, sitting there and fucking trying to like work for someone, right? But I made that move, okay?
I like it too.
Huh?
I'm all for it too.
Okay. And we'll get into that, why you are, but I wanted to do it because I want to focus more on my real estate investing business, right? And have more time and just mental freedom. But with everything I've done in my resale business, because I've built a good following, I've built good clientele, I've built all this, I set up kind of like a team. My sister-in-law's and my wife, Betty's got her license. Well, she's getting it right now, her license so they could take care of everyone that I've ever taken care of, and nothing stops, right? Like,
No pause.
yeah, it doesn't affect them. They're probably be taken care of better now because, it's like three of them compared to just me. And, just so that's not going to stop. So anyone thinking like, oh, Shant's, I can't, because people still hit me up. I still help people out real estate, especially investing. When people like trying to buy like multi-units and shit like that, that's what I'm like, no. So I'm really so good at that. So let's rewind a little bit to, I made the move. I started March 2nd. Okay. Yeah.
It's been about like 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Yeah. Literally when the coronavirus and so when you get in, I go through this like week-long training with all the new hires across the nation. It's a big builder company. It's actually Hovnanian, fucking Armenian guy, right? Go figure. And it was March 15th week, like my birthday week or whatever, or the week before. We were supposed to have it. Everyone was flying into Phoenix. The morning of, they said, we're canceling it. Everyone don't go on your flights. The virus, like fucking starts happening. Okay. I'm like, all right, they'll reschedule for like 2 weeks because we still didn't think it was that serious. So now it's like, like a fucking emergency out there, which is more important than anything going on with me. But now I work for someone, right? Like I'm employed by them. So if they can't sell houses, they're going to lay people off. And who are they going to lay off? The fucking guy who just came in and doesn't even know anything yet.
Yeah. Before you get started,
Yeah,
might want to pack up your shit.
Just wipe the shit down before you go, please. Sanitize the fucking area too. Literally the worst time. Like, just
What's going through your head?
I hate to make fun of it, right? Because there's people who are really going through a situation where it's like they are getting laid off and it's tough for them. And I get worried a little bit because I'm like, that could literally happen to me. Because if people aren't buying houses and they have to stop building and all this shit, I'm like, where's the money going to come from? We got 2 houses, got mortgages, got fucking a baby coming in July, which is the worst time I could have made this move to a new. So like, this is the thing, like you're making a transition to something new and everyone goes through this, whether it's a new career change, a new job, but this happened literally in the worst time in American history, probably. Because like this happening, not the worst time in American history, but with everything going on, right?
I think possibly.
Yeah, baby on the way. Okay. Having 2 mortgages, car payments, and not making money because I'm new. It takes months to sell a new build and I'm still in training. And now it's like, oh, we're delaying training because there's no one is flying. So I'm just sitting here like,
Yeah, what the fuck?
I can't sell other homes. Betty is supposed to take her exam to pass her license, but they stopped all exams because they don't want people in the room.
Fuck. So, like, no, I'm not kidding though. What's going through your mind?
So,
Do you know?
Listen, man, it's funny because like we moved to Arizona, right? With like just weird kind of like off a whim, right? And we moved to Arizona. Betty didn't even have a job. We're coming into a new city. We don't know anyone, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we kind of like felt that pressure, right? The first house we bought, I was in real estate. I hadn't made a sale in 6 months, no income, 0. Betty was working and I'm like, let's buy this house. And she's like, you have no money. Like, you're not making money. Like, how, like, but I'm like, no, let's just do it. Like, let's just go for it. So like, we had to find the pressure, right? Like, it was a lot of pressure buying a house when I'm not making any money. I'm like, no, but I'll make sales. Like, it's going to happen. And so that was scary. Then buying our second house was like, fuck, we have this investment. I had a stretch where like, I didn't make a lot of money. And it's like, we're buying a more expensive house and have that mortgage. So you kind of like start like being immune to like feeling worried because you kind of been through it a little bit.
Yeah.
But this is a different worry, right? And it's worrisome because it's like, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't mind if I get laid off because I could just go back to selling. But if, like, and be okay, it'll take me months to get shit going again. But me and Betty went for a walk today. It was kind of interesting. We have a little bit of an emergency fund, right? Like we've kind of been the Dave Ramsey, fucking Susie Orman,
Dave Ramsey's a fucking weirdo.
Yeah, it's so stupid. Yeah, buy your house cash. Yeah.
Yeah.
And buy a $5,000 car. So
you can get one nowadays. I heard Honda is doing like really good deals.
yeah,
Brand new, you can get them for like 11,000 financed for far less than a lease payment.
so me and Betty were walking, and you always hear emergency fund. You need an emergency fund. You need an emergency fund. We don't have a like a 9-month emergency fund. I think we have like a 4 or 5-month emergency fund. 5-month,
Which is still like
good.
Yeah.
So it's like we were walking, and I'm like, you know what, like. This shit makes me really appreciate that having an emergency fund is actually really important. We just did it to do it, but I'm like, now I understand why people have an emergency fund.
Yeah, you're like, they're smart, Like,
Because this is an emergency, and the fund is
fun. Like,
so.
Yeah.
So
That's how emergencies work.
And we're like, fuck, I wish we had a better emergency fund. Now we're gonna like in the future
I love
make it a
that.
little bit stronger. But literally worst timing, bro. Like baby coming in a couple of months, no income, zero, like nothing. And I don't know what's gonna happen. But we have the emergency fund. So it's like that's gonna kind of get us through.
Do you have to sell anything to get paid?
Yes.
Okay.
And a new build, when you buy a new build home, it takes 6 to 8 months to build. So I don't get paid until it sells, closes. Second, I'm not even selling it. I'm still in training. It's going to take 2, 3 months of training for me.
It wouldn't be a bad idea for them to lay you off. I mean this sincerely. That
Hope,
way,
hope they're not listening.
well, no. I mean from like a lot of companies are doing this right now, where they're laying people off so that they can collect unemployment.
Mm-hmm.
And I
I
mean,
want to write it out. If they give me the option, I'm gonna say no. Let's fucking write it out, man. Let's because when it does turn, I want to be there to fucking, like reap the reward. And also, like real estate right now, it's kind of tricky. People are, because I still have all my real estate friends, my clients. People are like canceling deals. They're worried. People are like, I don't want to sell. I don't want to buy. So it's like it's a very, and some people are still buying and selling because like some people have to move into a house, right? Like if your rent's up and you have the money, you're going to still buy a house because you have to live somewhere.
right. Plus, time right now is fucking the best possible time that you could possibly be doing this.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, in the times of unknown and fear is usually the best time to scoop stuff up. Like it just is. And that's another thing. It's like I'm looking now to buy something, which is probably the worst time financially in our situation to be looking.
That's just really adding on to the whole pressure cake.
But I told Betty yesterday, I was like, how much money do I have to play with? Because I was talking to my business partner. We, on my investing side, we were like, we had a meeting the other day and we were talking about like our next steps, what we're looking for. And I went to Betty. I'm like, how much money do I have to play with?
She's
She
just
looked
shaking her
at me.
head.
She's like,
What? Like confused almost. Like, are you fucking high? But
yeah,
yeah,
man.
I mean, I'd
It's
probably ask too, but
it really is interesting though. Like in a transition period and transitioning in bad times, like what do you do? Like what if we didn't have an emergency fund?
bro, you know how many people in car sales right now are just fucking
Yeah. In a lot
it,
of industries, man, it's fucking tough, dude. I know we were making jokes and stuff. Um, got knock on wood, we have a little bit of an emergency fund, and it's like, but we still don't want that to go. Like it's not like I want to waste it. Like I want still money.
yeah, straight up.
You know?
Like I'll tell you this much, bro. My views, I'm usually at like 12,000 a day, 12, fifteen
Mhm.
thousand strong a day. I'm down to like 4,000 views right now a day.
Really, I thought it would be higher right now.
Nah, bro. Nobody's watching car content right now, bro. Everybody's watching like how you can catch corona with through a closed window on YouTube and like
So have you thought about switching up content a little bit, like kind of not like talking about the virus, but like something where it ties into what's going on right now, so people are watching it. Because I was watching Stephen Graham right now, which you put me on to him. Like he's talking about what's going on now and investing and all this stuff, but like I don't know.
I made a video earlier about deception and like body language. It just, I mean, I guess you could use it at like the dealership, but it's for everything. You could use it just for whatever. So
But
I'm making,
nothing,
huh,
nothing. What about like a video on like?
Corona related,
I mean, yeah, somewhat.
like how coronavirus is affecting car sales right now.
Or
Yeah,
maybe how to buy a car in this time. Or actually, no one's going to be buying a car right now. It's more.
you'd be surprised, man. People are fucking wild enough that they will. But a few people have left that comment already, Shant. I'm underway on that video. I'm trying to go more in the direction of non-specific because that's not going to make views. That's not going to get subs right now. It's got to be generalized. It's got to be keyword phrased correctly. So I'll tell you this much: if they shut down the restaurant, I've got to go like ham sandwich on YouTube in a completely non-traditional way that I've been doing
Yeah.
it so far because
Like
YouTube is down too, bro. My YouTube is just down.
like your income or whatever.
It's put it this way, the income that I would normally receive is down 66%.
Wow. Like the stock market.
66. So,
So
boy, it's a very, very tricky time.
do you have an emergency fund?
I do. I do. And thankfully, tomorrow the YouTube ad revenue check hits and it pays the mortgage at the same time. So,
Okay. Good.
balance of checks here. We're good.
Survive for another month.
Hopefully, YouTube kicks in a little bit harder and I can close the mortgage with the YouTube check
Yeah.
next month too.
Yeah.
So, it is a very scary time, bro.
It is. Even for me, I know we're making jokes, but like that's kind of how I react to serious shit. Like I kind of try to make light of it because I don't want to stress about it. I don't want to focus on it. But it's like it really is scary, bro. Like not having a paycheck for me is worrisome. You maybe having to shut the store down is probably worrisome for you and your dad.
It's scary, bro. The idea alone is scary, but
And
I
you
think it
like,
may happen.
and like your dad, like, I mean, that's his source of income, bro.
Yeah. And so anyway, I could go on about this forever, man. Like we'll I guess touch on it next episode. But Shanto, I think just for everybody's sake, man. So just some ideas here. I want you to sort of add to this list. So during these times, I find it very, very helpful to be making mental notes of how the business both
Could be
huh
could be better.
right, but for next time around. Yes. So how the business could have reacted better or performed better if this were to happen 5 years from now. How would you protect yourself from any sort of situation like this? Both obviously personal and business. Like personal, you just said it. Like have a bigger emergency fund. But your business, is like the ultimate end game goal is to create as much passive income as possible? Or is there an active component where your businesses could be doing something to be generating more revenue during the times of pandemic?
Oh, and we didn't even, and this could be for next week because we didn't even talk about my other property, the Airbnb I have. It's a vacation rental, right? Who's fucking vacationing and flying to Scottsdale, Arizona right now? So you could imagine all the fucking.
Yep. I'm sweating thinking about it, bro. It's miserable.
But talking about your business, so like for my real estate sales business that I had, and I still am like I love all my clients, my past clients. So anyone I've ever done a deal with or was going to do a deal with, and people that I've spoken to in the past, I'm literally emailing them all right now just to let them know, like, hey, my new contact information, if they ever need anything, I have still my wife to help you guys out. But I'm actually coming up with an email right now. I've been working on this all weekend of like, I know it's like tough times and people might be freaking out, but like kind of give them like, if you're thinking of selling, like don't unless like these criterias hit. And if you're thinking of buying, don't buy unless like, just to like keep people like, hey, don't be freaked out. If you're freaked out about what's going on, let me know.
Checklist. Is that what you're
And
trying
talk
to
to
do?
me, call me. I'll walk you through, see if it's because I'm still in the real estate. Like I know what's going on. And to me, it's like, if you're kind of iffy with your job right now, don't buy a fucking house. Like, just don't. Like,
100%.
I don't care. And so like shit like that, like I want to talk people through to not freak out and make sure they have money, and whoever does have money, if they want to invest, it's a good time to. And that's what also I'll be talking to them about.
I think that's very helpful. Sending little notes out like the like
Now, like what you did,
yeah,
like
man, you want to be like that guy that provides value during these times. You don't want to fucking be that guy. Hey, just checking in. Hope the
you want to sell your house now, or
yeah,
nah,
like,
man,
don't be
like.
that fucking douchebag, man.
But people have been reaching out to me because of, like you said, bro, exactly what you said. Of all the years of upfront work, people are reaching out to me that I've known and done like stuff with. Like, hey, the ones who want to invest, it's like, hey, because they know like that's kind of what I'm like, what I really focus on. It's like, what should we be structuring and stuff like that, like. And a couple of people I told like, hang on, not yet, not yet. So it's like,
100%.
you know,
You should do
but
a video on that.
they come to you in times of need because of what you've done in the past, like what you did with the restaurant.
Yep. You should do a video on that.
I haven't done a video in a while because I've been focusing on this transition, freaking out about no money. So I should do a video though.
I mean, if you got some time.
Not selling houses. Yeah.
Just tossing around some pastime activities. Anyway, just never mind. So no, it's gonna be very interesting. Another week.
Yeah, I want to hear
Being,
what happens because seems like every week it's getting like different and worse. So like shit
Weird.
could change. Shit could change for you in a minute.
Yeah. I don't think that we're gonna. I feel like tomorrow's Monday is gonna resemble last week's Monday. I feel like there's gonna be a trend based off of uncertainty. And I feel like I'm losing track of what day of the week it is. I really do. Like Saturday did not feel like Saturday. Friday did not feel like Friday. The only difference about today was I woke up and I didn't go to the restaurant, and it just felt weird.
Yeah.
So weird. So I'm interested. I just hope that everybody stays happy and healthy. I have a little tickle in my throat. I don't have a cough. I don't have a fever. So that got me kind of worried
Yeah. It's like now
earlier.
we're like, do a cough and everyone looks at you and you're like, fuck, is like something happening? Like it's
Yeah.
because all this shit, man, like, I don't know, dude. It's fucking scary, dude.
Bro, so much fucking hysteria and anxiety. And I can't blame Trump, man, when he says sensationalism because like they're just so fucking dramatic about this shit. Like, chill, you're freaking me out, man. Just chill out. Like,
Yeah.
fuck,
I'm
show us
literally
some fucking other news.
Googling fucking how can I get it? What can like I'm like freaking out, like Googling this shit. Like that's my top search fucking right now. Like
Sean, man, don't just the worst place you can be on right now is your phone, I think.
yeah, I'm deleting Instagram actually right now as we speak. Hang on.
You know how many stories I muted?
Oh yeah, I can imagine just
And then another kid like coronavirus now, fucking 15 years from now, telling our grandkids about 2020. It's like, dude, just shut up. Just everybody, just shut the fuck up. Just show me what you ate for lunch, please.
show me your workout, man. Please show me.
Good talk. Good,
This was
good
yeah.
talk, man.
Well, I got to get ready for work tomorrow, so
You know what you're gonna wear?
nice shirt and pants.
I like it. I like it. I'm down. I'm down with it. I like getting dressed up for work. I wish I could. Perks of the job, you know?
I know. Lucky you. All right, I'm gonna go watch some Graham Stephen and get ready for work tomorrow for my boss.
That's so cute.
I can't be late.
Set an alarm, bro. It's like the first day of school all over again. Good night,
All right,
Shot.
Adi. Good night, guys.